Hello, today we'll be looking at how to calculate target heart rate zones. But first I have on the determining resting heart rate page that we looked at last time in class as just a review. We said in class that we were going to use a 6-second heart rate check, if you recall, using either your artery or your carotid artery, radial artery, excuse me. And you are going to count the number of beats in 6 seconds. And then you have to multiply that number by 10 in order to get beats per minute. We said we like to do a quick 6-second heart rate check for the purposes of phys ed because it's quick, it's easy, and really we don't have to do much math. We just have to add a 0 to whatever number we get, which we like as well. So moving on, we are going to look at calculating target heart rate zones. All right. And generally, it says that maximum heart rate declines with age from about 220 beats per minute in childhood to about 160 beats per minute at the age of 60. And this 220 beats per minute is going to be a factor that needs to be looked at later on when we're actually calculating. So that's a number that is pretty relevant here. It says the fall in heart rate is linear, decreasing approximately 1 beat per minute per year. And then if you look at the bottom here, it's saying that, the average adult resting heart rate is about 72 beats per minute, whereas highly trained runners can be as low as 40 beats per minute. So we are going to calculate our target heart rate zones for exercise at this point. For the purposes of today, resting heart rate and number of heartbeats during 1 minute of rest, we are going to use 70 beats per minute. So in order to calculate maximum heart rate, we use that 220 number and minus the age. So today for you all, we're going to use age 13. So therefore, our maximum heart rate is going to end up being 207 beats per minute. I apologize, this pen is very difficult to write with. So 207 beats per minute if you take the 220 minus your age, which we'll use 13 for 8th graders in this lesson. And then you're going to substitute that 207 in here. And we're looking for a training zone of 60 to 75% intensity level. So you're going to take your maximum of 207 and multiply it by 0.60. So if you do the math, you are going to come up with a number of 124 beats per minute. And you can round, which I did. We just use 124 beats per minute. And that was for the 60% intensity. So to be in that range, you're also going to have to multiply by the 0.75 to see where your heart rate should fall in between those two numbers. So 207 again is the max heart rate, and you're going to multiply that by 0.75 for the 75% intensity. And this gives you 155 beats per minute. All right, so that's just one example. So if you are exercising at about 60 to 75% intensity level, all right, your heart rate should be somewhere between 124 beats per minute and 155 beats per minute. So when you come in to the gym or after you're done with that exercise or warm up or whatever you were doing, you want to take a heart rate check. And if you are at an intensity level of 60 to 75%, your heart rate should be between 124 and 155 beats per minute. So now, if I say we need to up that intensity and we're going to work harder at an 80 to 95% intensity level, you're going to do the same thing here where you're going to substitute in this 207, which is our max heart rate up here at the top. And now we're going to multiply by the 80% intensity level. So 207 times 0.80. This gives us 165 0.6, so we'll say 166 beats per minute, right? And then again, put the 207 in and multiply by the higher intensity of 0.95. And that gives us 196.6. So we're going to round up 197 beats per minute. So again, you are exercising at a higher intensity of 80 to 95%. And your heart rate should be somewhere between 166, so 160 to 200 beats per minute if you are exercising at 80 to 95% intensity. So that's it. When we look at calculating target heart rate, this is a very simple way of calculating heart rate, and very quick, easy way to have it done. The next page is going to be a little bit of an assessment for you to do. You are going to do these two reading problems. Remember that the intensity that they are using is 70 to 85% for both of these problems. All right, so remember the first thing you need to do is find that maximum heart rate. That would be the first thing you need to do, and then multiply them by your intensities for both of these. Don't be confused by the extra numbers. We will look at this more in class and review this if we have any more questions as we continue along. That's it. Thank you for joining.